Okay, so layers of fear. Not scary, you got a guy in a house with slender vision. And a lot of people gave it praise for it being different, but one word ruins it for me. Jump scares. In a horror video game, it's expected to have jump scares. It's 2016, we've seen it all before. But the execution gets muddy. Now I won't lie, this game is pretty gorgeous. The ambience and the lighting, this game gets it all. But when you have so many jump scares in your game, it just ruins it. I'm over here like an old employee of a haunted house.
Over here, folks, you can see that everything seems fine, but oh look, a painting flew across the wall. Oh look, a trapdoor for no reason. Oh look, in the room behind you just broke. Oh look, all the books jumped out at me.
And between all the jump scares are just empty rooms, like nothing happens. You feel uneasy at first, but after the 5th jump scare you just get bored, at least for me. Which brings me to another point. If you're gonna make me feel bad for the character, who's slowly losing his grip on reality, don't make his dialogue sound like a creepy pedophile. And I know that sounds so small and petty, but when I heard this, oh yeah, you could bet that my went back into my. This game essentially jump scares you while you occasionally pick up hints and notes as to what is happening to you, and basically about what happened to your family. But it feels like I'm just being taken around in a boring haunted house, and every jump scare is just a waiting game just so I can hear the character's voice again and get another item. But what I wanted this game to explore more of is the wife, because when she came out the first time, I was not expecting that in this empty, barren house. She was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. I made sure that when I reviewed this game for the early testing, that I made sure to talk about the wife because she was essential to how good this game could have been. Like, rooms began to repeat for the sake of progression, and things like the rat were more focused on than the relationship between him and his wife. And when it came to the point of the child, it was great, but I was numb at that point, which stinks because that was one of the most focused parts of the game. It took me out of the house setting and really demonstrated that I'm not in a house, I'm inside my own head. The dolls, while looking stupid and funny, it was well executed. Like the scene in your child's room, while silly to me, to everyone else who played the game and reviewed it and put videos up on it, they were fucking terrified because it had a good mixture of claustrophobia and fear. You didn't know what was going to pop out of you. You kept spinning around the room. Everything was perfect. I feel like this game would have been better if it had more tightly wounded scares than a bunch of jump scares from here and there, like, oh my god, object hit the ground across the room from no reason. Like, it just failed in those senses. If it had just focused on trying to make scares that were more essential to the story, then it could have been a lot more than just a jump scare factory. So yeah, that's why I don't think Layers of Fear is scary.